Welcome back to the show, Matt's Math and More. Today we're going to be working on coordinate planes. It's kind of fun. It's a really good time. You're going to love it, guaranteed. It corresponds with lesson 7-5 in math expressions, if that's what you're using. If you're not using math expressions, it is coordinate planes. And I need to remember, I got a point I need to make today, so I need to remember to make this point, and I'm going to put the point right, and there's the point I need to make, and I'm going to do this. Just watch this. I'm going to put the point, remind me later, I'm going to put the point like right up here. Let me show you. I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to put the camera, and I'm going to put the point right up there. It's right up there, and later on today, hopefully I'll remember to get back to my point. And if I do, it'll be as sweet as watching the space shuttle launch. Okay. This is way too big. Okay, I'm just going to take this and cut it up. All right, first things first, let's just learn a little vocabulary, a little structure on how a coordinate plane and then ordered pairs are put together. First of all, I'm going to start by just making a coordinate plane. I got this fancy piece of graph paper that you just watched me cut out. And I'm going to start out by making just the origin, which would be like 0. The beginning, the origin, like the original, the origin, where everything starts from. And I'm going to start by starting at the origin and going to the right. It goes to the right. This will be one line, one axis. Ooh, it's kind of, it's schmutzy a little bit. That's okay. This line goes that way. And that is what we will call the x-axis. It's an axis, and it's x, like it comes first, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Y and Z. So X comes first, and then Y comes second. So, and they all start at the origin. So these are our axis, the x-axis and the y-axis. And this is the y-axis. See? X, Y. And it goes right up. That's kind of the order you do it in. Like when you do ordered pair, it goes ordered pair x, y. And here's how I remember how to write it. You always go like this. Ordered pair x, y. Get it? Ordered pair x, y. See? Ordered pair x, y. X, y. Now that we have our coordinate plane all drawn and our x-axis and our y-axis and our origin, we can ask questions in several different ways. First, I could ask you, like, where is point A? So point A is at, and we just have to find this ordered pair. The way you find the ordered pair is, well, you go right up. So you go right 3, up 4. So point A is at ordered pair. And don't forget how we learned how to do ordered pair. Ordered pair. And, okay, then it comes over here. So it's at ordered pair 3, 4. Because 3 is on the x-axis and 4 is on the y-axis. So it's ordered pair 3, 4. So what else could I do with this? I could also ask you, like, to plot a couple points instead of giving you the point. I could say, can you put point B at ordered pair 6, 4? Sure I can. I go ordered pair 6, 4 goes right 6, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's, oh, of course that ran out. Of course it did. Brett, I cannot. Okay, let's try it with green. Can't work under these conditions. There you go. B. Okay, now I'm okay. There's B. 6, 4. I could ask you to plot I could ask you to plot C at ordered pair 6, 2. 6, right 6, up 2. There's C. Notice how the point goes at the intersection of the lines, and the letter labeling goes in the square immediately adjacent to it. All right, I could ask you those type of questions. I could also ask you something like this. Where would point D be plotted if you were making a rectangle? I got A, B, C, and now I've got to figure out point D. Well, if I'm making a rectangle, I know it's got to be right here. Point D, right there. Yeah, that makes a rectangle. And so I would have to list the point. So this would be ordered pair. So I'd make ordered pair. And that would be 3, 2. 3, 2. So if I was making a rectangle, I could ask the question that way. What else could I ask you? Oh my gosh, I could do it this way. Take a ruler and make this rectangle. Oh, I messed it all up. Oh, good Lord. Anyway, C, D. There it is. A, B, C, D. Now I've got my rectangle. What else could I ask you? Oh, we could do something like this. I could say, how long is line segment AB? Well, I go find line segment AB. Here it is. I could say, let's pretend these are all centimeters. I could say it's 1, 2, 3 centimeters. Like line segment AB is 3 centimeters. Or I could use subtraction. I could say, let's see, it starts at 3 and goes to 6 right here. And I could say, well, 6 minus 3 is 3 centimeters. So I could just count how long it is, or I could use subtraction. If this was really a huge long line, I might not be able to count the whole thing, but I could subtract by starting with the starting point and ending point and subtracting the two. That gives me the distance in between also. Speaking of starting point and ending point, I think this is the ending point where I have to remember to make my point. That when you're doing coordinate graphs and coordinate grids, coordinate planes, the point is right up there. You always go right on the x-axis and up on the y-axis. See the point? It's right up there. Houston, this is Matt's Math and More. Houston, this is Matt's Math and More. And 3, 2, 1. Ooh, space shuttle.
T-minus 5,
Woo!
4,
Look
3,
at that.
2,
So cool. Go!
1.
Go!
Booster
Go!
ignition
Woo!
and liftoff of Discovery, hoisting harmony to the
It's
heavens and
going
opening new gateways for
right
international science.
Up there!
Discovery has cleared the tower.
It's going right up there!
Controlling
Right
program.
up!
Roger, roll, Discovery.